Figured I'd hop on, say what's up to everybody real quick. Got a gun show tomorrow that we're gonna go to with the slings. Let me see how far. I'm actually like multitasking right now. Like I didn't even eat. I'm just like, all right, go, go, go. I'm gonna keep going. It doesn't matter. I can just keep going, right? So yeah, we got a gun show tomorrow. It will be in Southwest Michigan, Kalamazoo. It's the Expo Center or Fairgrounds, I think they call it. It was Lake Street. I'm sure if you're around that area at that, you could look it up and find it or whatever. But there's also a rally tomorrow. It's up towards Big Rapids, and I believe that one's 1 to 8. If I knew about it ahead of time, I would have not gone to take part in this gun show. I feel like some of these rallies I really got to try to get to. There is another one coming up July 19th at the Capitol in Lansing. It's like a preservation of your rights, I believe, is something about how they worded it, and that's July 19th. And it's right at the Capitol somewhere. You can check out the Crazy Heathens channel. He's got a lot of that on there, and 2A EDU. But yeah, I was just stopping on here, saying hi, seeing what was going on with anybody. If anybody's gonna be around tomorrow, you can check us out over at that gun show, Kalamazoo, Michigan, Southwest Michigan. I got a booth for the slings. Gonna have some knives. I sold most of the blades that I have reviewed on this channel at that last one with Therapy Range down on the border of Kentucky there, and it was an Expo in Ohio still, but it was like right down by the border. I sold literally like almost everything I had. I don't even know. I mean, it's the day before, and I'm still not done. I'm working too many hours. I had to help a buddy out this week, and everything just went so fast. It was like, and now all of a sudden it's Friday, and it was like, okay, you can only work 12 hours today because you have to hurry up and go get everything done for tomorrow. So, needless to say, I'll probably drink a very horrible, bad thing for myself, like an energy drink tonight, just to get everything finished. But it's like sleeping in tomorrow because I don't have to be. I think doors open for vendors. Technically speaking, you can go over there tonight, but it was like 7 a.m. or something tomorrow. So it'll be like sleeping in. Normally, I'm at work for 3-4 hours at that point. So, yeah, it won't be too bad to wake up for. I could even stay up way later tonight. Um, yeah, so I was just checking, seeing what was going on. Anything in the news, the whole brace rule. They had a couple injunctions. It was like the Second Amendment Foundation, the Firearms Policy Coalition. I think I'm a member of that one, and a GOA. I know I'm a member of GOA. They're part of the injunctions for the brace rule. Man, it's a great spot, and I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to tell you what to do. But it's messed up. We have, I think it's like 79 days or something here left in Michigan for our red flag law. So I really want to try to hit these rallies. Even tomorrow, I think it was like 1 to 7 tomorrow up in Big Rapids. But from Kalamazoo, I looked it up to there. It was like I don't know if it was an hour and a half from there to there, something like that. And if I get out done over there at 5, even if I run out of that place, I'm going to be there for 20 minutes if anybody's left or something like that. So I will not be able to make that. And I was trying to get someone to cover me at the gun show, so I sneak up there and then come back down at, go up there and get right there at 1 o'clock. Open up at the gun show, run up to the rally for 2 hours or something, which is really going to turn into about 5-ish because of the back and forth. And then, I'd have the slings and everything just sitting there. But I think some of the stuff, in my opinion, is not a bad thing to go to the rallies. I mean, there's a lot going on. Debt ceiling. The debt ceiling is passed through. We're going to save tons and tons of money. 87,000 IRS. We're going to only do 85,000. Wow, massive savings. You guys did great. Like $4 trillion or something like that. And I didn't even look to. I literally have not had time. I've been straight at it today, even at work. And I didn't even have time to like check the commodities market, because the commodities market usually like, okay, well, when everything craps out, this goes up. But who knows? Because of the debt ceiling thing, stuff might have come back up today. It was up. Oh, geez, I don't even know if I looked yesterday. I just look when I have time because it's just too much for me lately. I haven't had time. And it's so stinking hot, and we had rain every single weekend since like, jeez, if it wasn't rain, it was snow since this whole year, until like just 2 weeks ago or something like that. And now we haven't had any rain since. So even my growing is all messed up. So like I got to run out every single night and try to water everything. At the land yesterday, there was like blotches around my area, and at the land yesterday, they actually received rain. So that's good. The garden out there should be all right. Um, just crazy weather, crazy politic stuff, and it's like it's the same thing though. What can you do? Just keep stacking, just keep stacking. And when stacking becomes a chore because you have to move all this stuff, it's like, man, dude, I'm just going. I'm going. Stole one of the wife's Coca-Colas. Shouldn't buy this stuff. It's overpriced and it goes to a bad cause. My Dr. Peppers are warm, so reduced to that. Tomorrow should be a good time. I'll be looking around up there. I feel pretty good with most of my preps, with most of my equipment. I feel pretty good with. There's a couple more things I don't know necessarily that I'll upgrade. You know, you go through this while you're stacking stuff. You're like, I need this now because I have nothing. So you're going to get rice right now. I need the cheapest portable water filter I could possibly get. It works, whatever. Sawyer Mini. I need it now. Okay, so now I've got a way to get water. And then, you know, you start working your way up. And then eventually you get to your defensive measures, right? And you end up, man, it was such a, I mean, I lost money. I mean, there's so many things that you can lose money on when you buy this pew versus that pew, right? I thought this one was good, but it's not as good, or you get sold on it that it's like not as good as. It's not, for sidearm, I'm good. For blades, yeah, I think I'm pretty good. There goes that pup. It's just a little bit of the gear. Literally, if I bought one more pack, I don't even know what I'd do with it, but I found one I really want. And I've been putting it off, no joke, because of the price. I've been too cheap. I think it's $70. But I'm like, I can make that one pack fit everything I need and not have it too big. Like I've got several of those, I don't know if I got one down there right now. I could just run around here and check it out. But you've seen them, like my green pack that I just got from Walmart. You know, I got a couple of those. They're $15. They're great. You throw the stuff in, you slam it off to the side. Everything works out. Sorry about this dog. Tika, no! Oh, puppy. So I'd probably make her bark worse. So I can fit everything into these. I can use them to move stuff around. They work perfectly fine. I've got the assault packs. I've got a couple of those right down below me, and I feel like I have enough. The quality's probably good enough. You just end up, man, I don't know. I might end up buying that. I keep telling myself maybe I'll do it, but I'm like, nah, I don't know if I'm gonna do it because I mean, do I need that right now? No. And then what else do I need more of? Well, I feel like maybe more food, maybe a couple more water filters that are bigger. that do stuff better than just portable ones. I feel like your best way to do this is to write it down. And I do this, but I do it in my phone half the time under notes, and I'll write down needs, bing, 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 and then I'm trying to prioritize them versus with the budget. This dog with the budget versus the actual need. So even though this might be $20 more than this, we need this worse. Even if I gotta wait the extra week or until I get paid or 2 weeks, whatever that appropriate amount of time is, I'm gonna end up doing that so I can get the thing that I need the most. And the pack is just not completely on the list. Moving some things around with my pews, upgrading in a different way, not a price upgrade, but caliber. So that could be a thing. If you have enough of the one, then you have 2 or 3, and you could take 1 or 2 and move it over and grab one that's maybe up a level. I've done that as far as quality goes for upgrading to a higher quality piece. Did I need to necessarily? No, the reliability factors, but just everything, It's one of those things that you gotta weigh it out. If I spent $500 on this one, $500 on this one, $500 on this one. If I trade them all in, I can get this one for the $1,500, which usually don't happen. You get $350, $350, and $350, and you have to put in the other $350 to make it $1,500 or something like that. But is it benefiting you, and is it something that you need now versus are those 3 pieces better off for you to just have versus that one? I know they say the man with the one tool works, does the best usually or something like that. But what if you have that redundancy of, look, I got 3 of these palmettos, pink, 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 got them all set up the same, tuck one, this one I'm running all the time. Well, if it's all set up the same, which is a little on the pricey side, you could buy parts kits. You could buy parts kits and have the additional pieces. There's just a lot to think about, and it depends on what road you're trying to go down, and it depends on what you think you may end up having, what you're preparing for. Like, are you preparing for total SHTF, economic collapse / zombie apocalypse, and it just popped off, right? Teotowaki, right? End of the world as we know it or whatever. So depends how you end up seeing it, and it depends on where you are inside of this situation, and how you're going to deal with it, and how you think things are going to happen. So everybody's going to be a little bit different than everybody else. You're either going to end up down one way. I started out with the fighting and everything years ago, training, martial studies, and that led me into eventually like, oh no, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Well, man, everybody gets tired after you fight 30 people. What are you going to do if there's 300, right? Okay, so you're trying to figure stuff out, and you're like, man, I need to get a piece, and then you get a piece, and you're like, yeah, now we're safe. But then when you think of yourself, like, I got 1,000 rounds, I got this piece and that piece, and here, wife, you can use this, here, I'll use this, and we can defend. Well, what happens if nothing that drastic happens and you run out of food before the first round has ever been fired? You don't make it, you expire from no food. Probably should have stacked some food, right? So it's just ways of bullets, beans, band-aids, yeah. Make sure you get it in a way that's going to benefit you the most. If you're already stacked up on stuff, yeah, you might want to be able to defend yourself, your stuff, your family, your puppy. I would just say to keep stacking. I don't see stuff getting too much better anytime soon. Debt ceilings will lead to more debt, which will lead to probably more inflation. Yeah, how's that work? Doesn't make sense, right? It's got to be Trump's fault. So stupid. Anywho, this evening I'll be packing it all up. I'll try to get a couple pictures, throw them up on the community tab tomorrow. It's like 9 to 5 over there. So maybe I'll get a shorts video up or something like that showing like, hey, look, we're over here at the Expo. And let everybody see kind of what that one's like. This is a bigger event than the last one. I don't know if you ever been to that Expo fairground spot. It's a pretty good size deal. Hopefully it turns out all right. I'm really trying to get some of these slings out of here. I've been doing a little bit better with the slings in person and online versus the when I first put them out there. And there's a need for slings, right? You need a sling when you have a rifle. So even though 1% of the people there are going to get one that's adjustable or going to anything, because most people are just walking to their tree stand or pulling the stuff out of the trunk and sitting at the range, rested shooting or whatever, but they're completely ready and prepared. You got to remember, these are top of the line setups right here. So everybody who thinks they're ready, you're never really ready. I feel like I have enough of whatever. I probably really don't. With this thing going through this debt ceiling thing, they pushed it off to January 2025. Well, if we vote next year, whoever gets in is stuck with that in the beginning of 2025, right? So they just pushed it off to whoever gets reelected or whoever gets in. It's going to be their fault, because no one's obviously going to blame anything on anyone senile or anything like that. So it's not going to get... This dog is fighting with this cat. I don't know if you can hear that. Tika! Shh! Oh, man. It worked for a second. That's it. That's all I get. Maybe I get 2 minutes before she jumps back with that cat. That cat's like bing, 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 and she's like ruff, 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 ruff. Bing, 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 bing. It is. Cats and puppies, and the wife's getting a new little kitten in a couple weeks. I'm like, yay. They're hunters. They take care of the mice. I guess it's a good thing, right? Because it doesn't matter where you live, middle of the woods, middle of the city, there's always mice. Like, no matter what, there's going to be mice. You get one, there ain't no mice. So it's a good thing, I guess. The other cat is getting pretty old. We've had him for, almost 10 years or something like that. And he was a couple years old when we got him. So, he's got to be 8, 10. He's probably more like 10 years. Probably had him for 8 years and got him when he was 2 or something like that. I can't completely remember. I don't really pay attention to cats that much. Unless it's, good kitty, you killed a mouse. You bit his head off. That's cool. Yeah, so, here's one of those green bags right here. I didn't even see that. This is what I was talking about with the bags. These things were like $15 at, I still got the tag on this one. I didn't even run this one around or nothing yet. At Wally World. And believe it or not, I have the other one that's loaded out with stuff. There's a Schrade right there. There's a poncho. Some cool socks. So yeah, I was just throwing stuff in here. Oh, sling. Always need cordage. There's some twine. Yeah, there's like nothing in this. That was like literally it. So this is one of those quick $15 setups. So I've got a couple of them, and they're so cheap. I don't know. It's not wrong. It's cheap, but that other pack I really, really want it. But I do have a few things I think I should get before I get that, and with the change in caliber, I have to do some stuff with that, and that may take some time. The other one's like a limited edition, made for, it was like the Army or something like that, and it was like a high quality pack, but I guess it's discontinued, and I found a company that sells it, and I don't know about this one. It's just cool to me, I guess, and like I said, it will fit. And it's what's nice about that cool thing, like if you like it, it's gonna work better for you because you're gonna make it work. I have this one, right? and oh, this is so cool, I like it so much, and you do really good with it because you really, really like it, and you're going to use it better, and everything is just going to be better for you because you do have that one. Um, and it might not work at all for me. So it's really whatever's going to end up working for you. Everybody has suggestions. That's why I was doing a lot of knife review stuff and some preparedness tools. I don't even know what I got up here now. Literally, we have like cleaned house on this. We've moved a lot of stuff out. This we ain't got to move out until later on, but I don't want anything to get messed up. We're out and about, but I took out everything that was down here. I don't know if you could tell. We used to have like just mounds of ammo cans and stuff like that. Only have a couple of ammo cans left. Like I said, switching calibers. Not completely. Everything I have, I'm keeping. Just not here. I think that's going to be more and more my case. I am right in the city. You don't own it if you can't hold it down, right? So I could probably hold this down, and I could probably hold this down for a while, especially with a couple people helping. That would be real easy. By myself, there's four corners, man. That's a real pain. It'd probably be easier to hold it down from the backyard than it or from the front yard, probably speaking. We can cut stuff off before it gets to it, but that's no way to live. That's no way to do things. I wouldn't be able to. You need multiple people, and it's just, man, the city it could be coming from anywhere in the city. It's not like when you're out in the country and 9 out of 10 times it's coming from this way. It's just coming. The city's like someone could have jumped over the fence in the back, on the side, coming down the road either way, coming from across the street, coming from a roof on a building down the road. You see where the threat level is like completely different in the city. Most of the time, I would imagine, in my opinion, most people are not going to be swinging from tree to tree out in the woods, like towards the top, down at you or something like that. So you should be good. As far as that's concerned, I'm hoping. I'm really ready to eat now. I brought some food down here, but I'm like, I'm going to multitask. I'm going to do both at the same time, and I can't because I can't shut up long enough to eat something. Ooh, just to drink that. It's not Dr. Pepper. I keep saying it. So, another thing is, too, I've been thinking about multi-tools. I had a couple. There's this one right here. This is that little Leatherman Stylus CS. And it's small, doesn't have pliers, but this was like my little fishing buddy for quite some time. And I've been contemplating again about that. I just got one to try out. That's not mine, kind of on loan thing, and I have not carried it long enough, and I did not bring it down here with me. So I like just changed, fresh out of work, took a shower, boom, 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 did everything. So I'll have to pop something up about that. Maybe they're so stinking expensive now. Even middle of the road one, $50 or something like that. You're like, geez, hey, let's get a Leatherman like that, right? Because the one that I borrowed is a Leatherman. I forget the name of it or whatever. Weekends I've been carrying it more than during the week. I have to definitely admit I keep my defensive piece on me or something like that. But I haven't had to use it much. I guess it depends on line of work, but it is handy if you need something right now. And that's kind of where I'm at with the multi-tools. Like, do I really need one? I've had this one on me now for like 2 weeks. Kind of like, Like, could I have done anything that I used it for with something else? Or was it convenient enough to have it on me right then, right now? Or was it an emergency enough? And so far, none of the above. I haven't had any emergency that I needed it for. I don't know that the price meets the demand or anything like that. So that was something. I mean, I would buy that pack before I buy multi-tool. I've got a couple little smaller ones, stuff like that. They're just not real tough or anything like that. So in my um, personal needs to wants kind of a thing, the multi-tool is just too far down for me now. I got a buddy who carries a thing and uses it all the time. I don't know how, but he always needs, you know what I need? You know, MacGyver's it. Okay, you're good. It's not me. It's just, I try to tell myself, yeah. But and then these things are like a pound and a half. The full size ones, they're like heavy. Just heavy for me. So I mean, is it high quality? Maybe it's a high quality, but I'm not getting the use. Even if I bought it and threw it in a pack just in case. Well, I have a whole pack that I have set up with some tools that I use all the time, and then everything I need for like the rifles or whatever. Everything you need, any Allen wrench, screw, this, that, the other thing. That way we're out and about. If we have to re-sight something in, if something breaks, if something falls apart, if we need to reconnect something or whatever, I've got all that stuff on me, and it's quick, it's easy. I already know how it's all laid out in there, and just throwing a multi-tool in there, I'd move the multi-tool out of the way to grab something else. So do I really need that? No, not really. Do I need that pack? No, not really, right? But it's kind of sexy. So I guess prioritize what you're doing. Needs versus wants, and budget it, but get what you can while you can. I've said that before, and everybody's like, man, you've been saying that for a year or two, or before the last election, or you've been saying that for a while. Well, it just doesn't look like stuff's getting any better, so why would you slow down? I understand taking little breaks from everything, and there's a lull for a minute, right, and then it's back at it or something, just like that dog. Jeez, like quiet for a minute, and then it comes back, like, oh no. But we got so many threats coming. That WW3 thing, that currency issues, economic collapse altogether is everything's more of a possibility than it was like 2 years ago, and now the price of everything's just, you know, inflation's higher, the violence is higher, all this stuff is just a lot worse, and I can hear someone open the gate up there, and now I will have a maniac come down here and harass me. So maybe I should hop off here then, and let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing. If you're still stacking, you can let it go. I just pretty much told everybody that there would be a maniac running around down here. Come here, maniac. Come here. You want to say hi again? Come here. You want to say, come here. Come here. Oh, say hi. Get even bigger, Tika. Say hi, Tika. See, I'm too big. Oh, you smell that pizza, huh? Look at this stuff. You are a food hound. Okay, I'll put you down. Yeah, so write down in the comments if you got any questions or thoughts on anything, and what you might be doing. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow at the gun show in Southwest Michigan, Kalamazoo, at the fairgrounds, Expo Center, 9 to 5 Saturday, I believe 10 to 3 on Sunday. If you're not going there and you can get up towards Big Rapids, Crazy Heathen, they've got a rally going on up there, Second Amendment rally. And then I believe the 19th of July. I think that one was like, I forget the time. Go check out his channel. He's got all the information, all that stuff. And if nothing else, have a good weekend. Try to get something done, get something ready just in case, and put yourself in a better situation. Survival no matter what. Have a good day.